this tutorial, I'll show you how to use the full entry screen method. As you can see here, I've already opened up the full entry screen. The first option at the top is the employee drop-down list. As an administrator, I can see all of the users within TimeTrust. If I was logged in directly as a user as myself, all I would have is just my name and I wouldn't be allowed to change it to somebody else. So it'd be locked down to just purely my user. But as an administrator, I have the full control and I can add a timesheet for anybody. I then have the start date, start time, end time, and then over here I've got lines, lunch and other. The benefit of the full entry method is that, as it sort of states, you can add anything basically. So you're not restricted like on the scan on and off page or the timeline entry page, where you have to maybe, with the scan page, you have to scan in at the start of the day, scan off at the end of the day, and then you add your lines. And the job scan page is sort of similar. The full entry method just allows you to add a full timesheet with everything you possibly need in just one go. So you add in all of the bits and pieces of the data, you save it, and then that's it. So it just gives you the full flexibility of adding every bit of information in one hit. So I'll quickly demo that now. I'll select myself from the drop down list. I select my date. I have a start time. I'll put in an end time. And then I can come over here and go add a line, add lunch, and maybe I did another line. So you could say I worked these 3 hours during the day. The first hour of that day I worked on, say, this job here. You can add in things like notes, stages or cost center, whatever's configured on the settings side, you can add it here in just one go. You can see here that I've had a half an hour lunch break and I've done 1 hour in a job here. So obviously that comes to 1.5 hours, and it also says here at the top that I have 1.5 hours remaining. So because I've worked a total of 3 hours across the day, it's telling me that I've only populated half of that time to jobs. So I can come down here to this third line, select a job, add in that final 1.5 hours, add in my notes, and then save. And that's pretty much it. That will save all that information straight into TimeTrust.